what it's like to let's see what it's like to use the review responder. It's a tool provided by Conversion.ai. So it's powered by artificial intelligence. I want to really show you how it works. And to do that, we'll first try with a fun example and then look at real comments and how the AI tool would solve that. So I went to a page called the 30 worst Airbnb reviews ever, sorry. I'm just going to copy and paste this one, which looks terrible. Everything, I will not be back. Terrible experience. Friends of the host knocked at my door looking for drugs. Unbelievable. Again, this is outlandish, but I just want to show you with an outlandish example how the AI is going to work its way out of this, and then we'll be using like more nuanced examples, because actually it's where the nuance, when you have nuance, it's tricky to answer because you want to acknowledge what the person is saying. Oh, thank you for this, and oh, we'll improve on that. But let's start with the fun example first. So I'm going to review responder. Let's imagine I'm writing on behalf of our company called Lola Properties. And I'm writing, got no reviewer name here. Let's imagine I'm writing to Jessica. And she probably left a 1 out of 5 star rating. And my tone of voice will be, tone of voice could be a lot of things. Witty, friendly, angry, polite. I'm gonna be polite. That's me. And I'll copy paste here the review, that terrible experience thing, and clicking on generate AI content. I've chosen 3 different outputs. So let's see the 3 different examples or responses that the tool gives us. I'm going to push myself away. Okay, Jessica, I'm sorry to hear about your experience, and I hope you will allow me the opportunity to apologize on behalf of our host. We're truly sorry for any inconvenience caused by her friends. The company will take this opportunity to improve that. If you keep the experience, blah, 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 blah. We're not putting the standards. So I like it because what's so interesting here, we take the viewpoint as if they were a property management company answering, not a host. So it is interesting. Let's see another one here. About team members who may have been involved in a way that reflect our values and policies. Interesting. Safety, service and safety, take pride, work hard with our residents, always available for any questions. So it's very interesting because they did, the tool is trying to find like ways to answer, go around it, acknowledge the thing, so to say there's other people, there's a team that be taking action. That's what you want in an answer, right? Acknowledge, be polite, and do things. So I clicked on generate AI content again because I wanted to see a few more responses the tool could be giving. So here, okay, reach out, blah, 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 will happen in the future. It's really important to say that things won't be happening in the future because the response is as much for the current reviewer as for potential people, people who are reading, who may be booking. So that's interesting. Again, that may be an outlandish example. So let's look a bit further at real property. So I went to this property here. I picked this property on Airbnb because it's got 4.7, which is good, but not great. So I was like, okay, let's look at this 4.7 property, which is a bit expensive. It's a cabin, it's a tiny house. Let's see what we'll have to say. First, let's start with this one. They loved everything. So let's see. You see, by the way, there's almost no reply to this to things. So let's switch it over and use this. So let's imagine again, I'm Lola, and I'm reviewing something written by Destiny. That's her name, so Destiny. I've got no way of seeing the actual rating she left, but I can imagine it's a 4.5 maybe. I'm still being polite. So what did she say? That she loved staying in the tiny house. It's clean, everything she needed. 25 minutes from Nashville. It was raining a lot. And I can see in his comments, it's raining a lot there. So I don't know what's going on, but it's raining a lot. So let's see. what the AI will tell Destiny. Destiny, thank you for your review. I'm so glad you enjoyed the Lola Properties tiny house. So as you can see, it added the property type, the tiny house thing, to the company name, which is a good example. I'm sorry to hear about the rain. We're in Nashville after all, right? We hope that despite the setback, you were able to enjoy your project as much as possible. Sorry to hear that we were able to commit your request for more friendly stay. Get to use. Okay, it's not a request, it's just that it was bad weather. So yeah, a bit good, but a bit off. Blah, blah, blah. Because we didn't get to use the area like we wanted. It was because it was raining, right? The weather incorporating your visit, we hope these moments of sunshine mixed. And we hope, okay, that's pretty good. I will use this one, right? I would completely copy paste this one. You can edit it, by the way, if you want to. All right, that's a good one. Let's take another example. So this person is interesting. It's pretty long. Let's see what they say. Just copying this one, just selecting it because it's long. And what's her name? Kelly. All right, so we are writing to Kelly. What did she say? I've been looking at and thinking of buying a tiny house. So it's a good way to try it out. It is true, right? You sometimes have guests who are trying out what it's like to be a guest at your property before buying something around. Something I've done. No distraction, plenty of wildlife. It rained most of the time. I was there. The one thing I would add is that I'm an older gal with a trick knee, so some of the stairs were a little taller than is indicated for me. Maybe something to think of. Okay. Oh, so let's imagine she's still at, no, let's just change it over. Let's imagine 4.5 or 4. Let's imagine she left a 4. Just to get things. She was a bit less enthusiastic because of the niche. If you read between the lines, basically it was kind of hard for her. So let's say, hey Kelly, thank you for feedback, good experience. We'll be sure to pass on this on to our team. Can't find some ways to make the house even more accessible. Short to the point, thank you, more accessible. Review, sorry to hear it's a little too difficult for you. We've had some customers mention this in the past, taking into consideration of planned future designs. Why not? Yeah, people can understand it's not like immediate actions and stairs, but if you say we're looking into it for future design, it's like, okay. And you're acknowledging it's not for everyone. I mean, a house can't be always for everyone, right? Glad to hear tiny house was a good fit for you. Nice retreat. Make it better. Accessibility options, explaining different opportunities, adding steps or handrails. Did she suggest handrails? Oh, wow. I'll pass a suggestion about adding steps or handrails. Okay, that's interesting. Good, let's take another one. Okay, this person say it's great for couples getaway. So let's change it a bit. So let's imagine she left a 5. I got it on voice. It's a bit different, maybe. We're not romantic because I want to adapt to her thing, but couples getaway. Tiny house, so unique, friend stay, blah blah blah. Close activities. We're able to bring our dog. We have tiny houses. It's great couples getaway. That's why I changed the tone of voice a bit romantic. Just maybe, I don't know. I want to change it up and see whether, okay, I'll call her Kelly again. Thank you for a review feedback. Sounds like you had a great time. The location is so close to the outdoor activities in Big Sur, which makes perfect for anyone looking to spend a weekend. I have to check whether it's close to Big Sur. Again, fact checking always, right? Especially as something the AI tool can start mentioning places and details that are not there in the review. Of like, let's make sure they're accurate. I'm glad we're able to accommodate your furry family member as well. See, she mentioned a pet and she loved it. That's good. That's pretty good. Blah, blah, blah. Good fit for your family and pup. Proximity to outdoors. We hope you come back again soon. We have some new properties coming up this summer. be perfect for a couple's getaway. Good job. Good job. That's pretty impressive. All right, let's make it a bit. I want something negative. Oh, this one. Oh, this one was pretty bad, probably because it deserved a reply. So let's see what it was like. It was an awful. We live in the area, just went for a staycation. We ended up leaving and just going home. Ooh. So let's put a 1. And let's imagine it's John writing. And I want to be confident because, it smelled a bit musty, like it needed to be aired out, which is interesting because if you look at the reviews, they have like bookings almost every day, so it's probably very aired out. The floor felt like it was sinking in a bit. The air conditioning didn't reach all the way to the sleeping area. It was super hot and stuffy in April. Okay, it's possible. So let's see. Let's see how the AI gets around this. I chose confident as a tone because I think if most of our reviews are pretty positive and don't mention any issue around this. But okay, hello John, thank you for a review. Sorry to hear you didn't have a great experience with us. Would like to make it up for you. Make it up to you. Contact me, arrange it. Okay, you here clearly you are apologizing, even ready to do something like maybe like a voucher or something interesting. Thank you for your feedback. So still thanking people for the review. Sorry to hear about the inconvenience you experienced during your stay. Maintenance team look into the issue and musty smell and check to see if any damage on the floor, which be causing it to feel uneven. Remember, the floor was sinking in. Chair air leaks in the sleeping area. This helps resolve some issues. I would completely beat this one. It's really good. So I hope this example showed you the tools are. Again, really my advice here is always to have several outputs, 1, and 2, fact check. The moment the tool starts, mentioning a phone number or another location or some amenities, make sure it's not completely made up. Usually it's not, but it could be, right? So you really can't just like copy paste. You have to read it, see whether it makes sense, and then pick it. So I hope it was useful, dear Rental Scale Up members, and I will see you on the other side.